And hello good people, it's me One coming at you, and let's talk about that Walmart Collecticon that's coming up today. And the first figure up on my list is the Prowler. Now this Prowler figure looks pretty damn good. He comes with an alternate head and a set of hands. Now when it comes to these Spider-Man animated figures, it seems like it's just a license to print money for the retro line. These retro card figures, they sell out pretty quick, and I expect the Prowler to do the same. And I usually keep away from Walmart exclusives, but I am going to try to get that Prowler this morning. And keep it with Marvel Legends, we got the Hydra Captain America. I remember when this storyline dropped, I ran to Midtown Comic Books to pick up that book. I picked up a few copies of that issue. And this figure, he looks pretty amazing. I mean, this is giving us a different take on Cap, and he's going to be another figure that I need to try to pick up. And coming up next for G.I. Joe Classified, we have a Night Force sighting. So we have Shockwave coming in with Night Force and his Night Pursuit motorcycle. Now, I admit the accessories on this figure looks pretty dope, but the price tag is he's coming in at $54.97, so that might be a pass for me. And next up, we have a Star Wars offering. So we have the droid R46DO, a figure no one asked for. All right, let me stop, because I'm pretty sure somebody out there is actually looking for this figure, but that's going to be a pass for me. Next up, and we have the Mandalorian Night Owl. So I'm pretty sure somebody out there will be looking for this figure to complete their Mandalorian sets. And we also have NECA partaking in the Walmart festivities, and they're dropping a Scream Inferno figure. Now the Scream figure doesn't look bad. I actually might try to pick this up if I am able to. And NECA, continuing with their horror craze, is London After Midnight. Now this figure is based on the likeness of Lon Chaney as his portrayal of Professor Burke. Now this horror movie looks interesting. I have never seen it, so I might have to go back and watch this. NECA is bringing their latest offering from the Last Ronin line. So right here we have Casey Jones. Casey Jones actually looks pretty badass from this comic series, and I might have to try to cop him. And joining Casey Jones is Raphael from the Last Ronin with what appears to be his overly dramatic death scene. Check out all those arrows in the shell. And it's funny when you look at that image, it so much reminds me of the Frank Miller Wolverine miniseries. If you never read that, check that out too. And Playmates, not to be left out, they're bringing out a 4-pack of classic Turtles for $40. Can't beat that. 4 Turtles for $40. Maybe you might want to jump on that. And Collecticon is bringing what appears to be a decent assortment of wrestling figures this year. Now they actually have a Sting figure. I'm thinking about copping this. Sting is one of my favorite wrestlers from when I was a kid. You know, this is updated Sting. I always liked the classic Sting with the flat top and the colorful face paint, but this was a pretty cool figure, and I actually met Sting in person, got an autograph, so I might have to cop this one. I am a Sting fan. Next we have the OG, Mick Foley as Mankind. Now the funny thing is, when I was a kid, I never really cared too much for Mankind. You know, that was he was an acquired taste for wrestling, and you know, I actually appreciated him later on, but Mankind is pretty cool. And next up is one of the greatest tag teams ever. We have Harlem Heat. So we got Booker T and we got the man Stevie Ray. Now, only thing that I find kind of annoying, I hate when they take a tag team and they break them up into separate packs. This should have just been a 2-pack, you know, save a little bit of money for the fans, put them together. But dope looking set, I might have to cop these. Next up is Eddie Guerrero. This man was a fan favorite back in the day, and I could pretty much say, along with everybody else, we really miss this guy in the wrestling world. And next up, we have the People's Champion, the man with the people's elbow, the highest paid actor in Hollywood right now to this day. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Now, the one thing that I do have to admit, sometimes with these wrestling figures, the likeness of The Rock is hit or miss. Sometimes he looks really good, sometimes the face sculpt is just off. So maybe we'll just have to wait back, and I need to see this one up live. All right, good people. So those are some of the lines that I just wanted to touch on, some of the things that I collect and want to get a closer look at and share. Maybe you might want to cop those too. Now the Collecticon starts on March 14th at 7 a.m. Pacific time. And they do have other lines available. They do have a bunch of Transformers figures, Masters of the Universe, but those are lines that I really don't touch or collect too much, so I'll leave that out for you to go on there and check that. So hopefully Walmart has resolved a lot of their delivery issues. I did order a few figures recently and delivery went well, so I'm thinking about copping some more figures. Well, that's my time, people. Main one out. Let me know if you copping some of these in the comments.